I pay a lot of attention to. Sure. I will have to remember that.
Well, I can't talk to her, so you just encourage her not to come see me.
Somebody wrote, so they really like the thought that you're here, because it makes them feel that they're in the studio. And hearing somebody be like, okay, Lori, you need to take your head down. She said, that's so great. So you're welcome to have no music. You're welcome to have any of the playlists. They say vinyasa in big capital letters. So you can pretty much guess which ones you would choose. Those vinyasas are about 90 minutes. And they're all public. And then they're spaced out, so there's the Kundalini, which is by month, and then there's a big chunk of 5 to 7 vinyasas, and then another chunk, and then more vinyasa. So there should be approximately 20 of the vinyasa, and I will be expanding into fall. I don't know which one you're using. If you still extend me. So there's no, I will, come January, I will put the Saturday classes over on Zoom so that I can have my own class, my own music going, which is really helpful to me. And so in January, we will, and the Zoom link will always be available for anybody that wants it. It's not a gate. It's just so that we're not on Facebook, because Facebook sniffs out the music, and then if it hears music that's copywritten, it switches off the sound. So I can play music on Zoom, but I can't on Facebook. That's the only reason. So there will be information about it. In the yoga teachings, in the sutras, there's a teaching about cultivating the opposite. That when we encounter that which is difficult, that which is challenging, that which takes us away from the sense of ourselves as the truth of ourselves. So the sense of ourselves as light, as limitless, as an aspect of the source that we come from. When we feel ourselves drawn away from that experience of source, it tends to be because we're upset, or we're unhappy, or we've identified, when I have this, I will be happy. When I become this, I will be ready. And they have all different names for all of these different experiences, but the remedy in each case is to cultivate the opposite. And so in talking with people, even in my apartment building, as we walk around, as we see people in the hallways, as I talk with my sisters, there is a concern. And as this flu season has kicked up, we have experienced more concern. And now every time you turn it on, you can see exactly how many people are ill. Over and over and over, and it's quite overwhelming. And so what we want to do is create the opposite. Create the opposite, which is create strength and ferocity to respond. Like, yeah, that's great. What else is good? Because if we don't cultivate this, that is what is contagious, is that sense of fear, that sense of limitation, that sense of separation. Oh my God, what might happen? So the opposite is my heart is high, my chest is broad, my arms are strong. Look at what I'm capable of. So the challenge off the mat is catch and release. Get your news and then put it down. Once you know the weather, the stock, the sports, the whatever you wanted to know it and put it down and turn it off. But if you have an ongoing stream, It's just gonna suck you in. So you're gonna find out what you need, and then you're gonna switch it off. And we will cultivate the opposite and feel the sensation of our body when we really begin to say, I am well, and I am whole, and I had a phenomenal Christmas last year, and this Christmas stands to be similar, and we are here. This is what we require. Cultivate the opposite. This is what Patanjali teaches. So we'll start on the back as ever. Light the fire in the belly. If you need padding, then set up the padding beneath you with a blanket, or just come to lie down on your back. Hands on shins. Hands on shins. Let your knees move side to side. Shake out your feet. And then keeping hold of one shin. Open the opposite leg, opposite hand. Reach all the way out. Flex your feet, point toes, flex feet, point toes. Reach a little further. And then hands to shin, back to center. Open the right side, right heel, right hand, all the way out. Flex point, flex point. Get into your toes, roll your ankles, roll your wrist, open and close your fist. And bring it to the middle. We go. Open the other side, inhale. Back to center, exhale. Open the side, inhale. Back to center, exhale. Find your rhythm, find your pace. Open the shoulders and the hips. I am here. Here, in the strength of my body, I am whole. Feel your breath get a little bit bigger. You can absolutely stay opening one side, closing the other. Or if you feel like you're ready to go, 2 hands overhead, 2 legs long, and then roll your knees towards your shoulders, getting a little length in the low back, and starting to fire up the navel. And if that feels steady, the hands may go wide, out like a T as the legs continue to extend. So we're widening the chest. We're anchoring into the belly. From the navel to our feet is our anchor, our foundation, our mobility. And from the heart to the hands to the head, our inspiration. Perfect. You're going to be right here for another 40 seconds. Or to go one step further, put your hands behind your head and alternate knee to elbow, roll through the spine. Inhale as you tap the left elbow to the right knee. Exhale as you take right knee to left, right elbow to left knee. And close your eyes, aware of the soles of your feet, the strength of your legs. If you need to go slowly, go slowly. If you need to go back down to holding one shin, back it up. Or settle. It's not nearly as hard as you think. Settle into the back. Out the mouth. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Excellent. Legs long, heels wide. The width of your mat. Hands overhead. Interlace your fingers. Palms towards each other. Firm your forearms towards each other. Now strengthen your arms and strengthen your legs and flex your feet. Firm your arms and draw your shoulders down. Your upper arm bones into your shoulders. Firm your arms, clasp your hands. Feel the navel lengthen. Left heel is at the left bottom corner of the mat. Take your right ankle over the left. And then take your clasped hands a little to the left and firm your legs. Really squeeze the cross of the ankles. Squeeze the clasp of your hands. And be held. The opposite of shaky and uncertain is this stability. Squeeze, stay, squeeze. Where else can it go? What can soften even as you become steadier? Soften your hands, but firm your arms. Firm your legs. One more. Everything Ah. Hands down, heels wide, just feel. Interlace your hands over the head, firm your arms, right heel to your right ankle, cross your left ankle over the right, firm your arms, firm your hands, firm your forearms towards each other, your shoulders down the back, cross your legs, press your shins together. And you may find a little bit of a tremble, a little bit of a nervous discharge that's been held in the body. Be firm, be firm, be so strong. Notice which part of you wants to flake out or stop, and just encourage. Take your hands a little to the right for 3. Firm, strong, clear, determined, and present. Good, and release, hands down, heels apart, pause, hands wide, just feel. Knees to the chest. We'll roll it all the way up and over. So on hands and knees, if you choose, if you like a blanket beneath your knees, it's fantastic. Or if you just prefer your mat, get to it. Your first fingers point forward, as though if you were on a clock, they would point to 12. Round your back, tuck your chin, and look to see that the heel of your hand is in line with the front of your shoulder. Let your hips move, let your head drop more clearly. As you look back, see that the second toe might be aligned with the center of your kneecap. Press the tops of the feet down, press the navel down around the back, and then let it go. Cat-cow. As you round, press your hands down and away. So we can feel a quality of stagnation, a repetition of the same day again and again, because we're not coming up and out of our homes as much. So the opposite of that stagnation is flow, is current. What can move in your spine, in your shoulders, in your chest? Keep this movement, but tuck your toes under and get a little more movement in the hips. Little bend in the elbows. And then put the feet flat again and notice if you can keep that going. Turn your left thumb towards 12 o'clock. Your left fingers towards 9 o'clock. Try to pull your hands apart. Bring it higher in your body. Work there, or turn your left thumb to 9 o'clock. And turn your fingers back towards your left knee. So your hands, your right fingers point forward and your left fingers point back. Good. Work there, or turn your right thumb forward towards 12 o'clock. Keep the left fingers where they are. Try to draw your hands apart. Work there, or turn your right thumb right to 3 o'clock. So now both hands are pointed back towards your knees. Open your collarbones. Inability can get stuck because we haven't felt all that we can do in too long. Moving through your fingertips, your palms, your forearms. Right through the place. It's like, what are we doing for so long? Why are we still here? Go 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Keep your right hand where it is. Turn your left fingers forward. Go 5, 4, 3, 2. Right fingers forward, child's pose. Feel from your heart to your hands. Good. Rise. The opposite of cold is warm. Right knee to chest. So the left toes are tucked under. Again, if you need a blanket, that same cat-cow is what's driving to bring your right knee to your chest. Tuck your chin, a little bend in your elbows if you need it. And now take the heat of your heart and reach back into your heel and bring the knee to your chest. So we can be seated We can be still. And here, get moving. Get moving. Draw your knee outside your right shoulder and cross to the left behind you. Bring it a little higher. Just for 5, 4. One more. And then draw your right knee up and extend your right foot out and flat to the floor. Come onto your fingertips, walk them forward. Left toe tucks under, and now your hips sink back towards your heel. Arms long, heart high. Rise up on your inhale, broaden your chest, and then exhale, navel to spine. Going back. One more, all the length. Stand in the full footprint of your right foot and take your hips back without losing that right foot. And a little bit side to side. Through the hips, feel the tension of your inner thighs, the stability of your right foot to the floor. Fold it back. Press your toe pads onto the floor. Stretch the top of your foot, your fingertips onto the floor. Lift your armpits, all the undersides. And as you come up, you'll step your right foot outside of your right hand, blocks underneath your left hand. Under both, actually. Blocks under both hands inside. Turn your right toes out to the right towards 2 o'clock, if you're on your clock. And your hips forward and back. Oh. And as you go forward and back, there is the hip that's opening. But the hip is bringing the heart through your arms. Yes, awesome. All the ways we've been holding ourselves back a little bit, today we draw the heart forward. Draw the heart forward. And then keeping your right knee bent, stay right there. Good. Both blocks under the left hand so that you can have a nice circle. And let your hips come forward and back. Be steady, be safe, take your time. And you're using the reach of your fingers to get all the way through the chest, through the shoulder, through the side of the jaw. And then you bend your right knee and your right arm stays beside you. And a little forward and back with the hips. A little forward and back. Good. As you bend your right knee, stay. That may be the work. Or press down to lift the left knee. And then rock forward and back on the ball of your back foot to open the sole of your left foot. The front of the thigh, and then stay, look up. Left knee down, right hand down. Step back to change. So hands and knees. I've added a blanket since we're on the knees so much. Hands and knees, left toes back, knee to chest. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, look to your knee. So the gaze moves. Eyes open. And I remember my strength and my steadiness. And I remember that I can move frustration out of my body. And as you like, you bring your left knee outside of your left shoulder and you take it back to the right side. So these simple repeated movements build not only some heat in the body, but they build determination so that we can handle the duration of a situation. Bring your left knee up, put it to your left foot to the floor. Walk onto your fingertips and your right toes tuck under. That's it. And then set your hips back towards your heel. Left foot flat to the floor. Inhaling to rise, to broaden. Heart comes through. And then exhale, navel to spine, just like your cat-cow. You start layering one movement into the next. One more, lengthen out, heart forward. Keep your heart long and your hips back. And then side to side. So that you can feel the shift of your pelvis, the left inner thigh, the left toe tips on the floor, the outer edge of the foot down, arms long. Open the armpits, open the elbows, open the palms. And come up. Stepping your left foot outside of your hands, both blocks inside. They can be on their edge, on their belly, and then hips forward and back. And again, use your left heel to draw your way forward through your heart. As though bringing the back of your heart forward. So that same cat-cow motion helps us get going. And then stack both blocks beneath your right hand. If you like widening that right hand, but be aware of the blocks. Somebody had a little spill last week, so be careful that you're nice and stable, pressing straight down through the center of the blocks. And let your hips come forward and back as you circle. An invitation in that circle. Cultivating a sensation of companionship. There's some kind of return. When we open the body, we're not so alone anymore. There's space. Our community can be felt again. And then left arm over the ear, hips just so slightly forward and back. Explore the outer hip. Explore the depth of your left hip crease. And then pause. Lift the back knee off the floor and go forward and back on the ball of your foot. Spread the toes, lengthen from the ball of the foot to the toe pads, all the way to the heel, revolve your ribs, and then just pause and feel in all directions. Right hand down, left hand reach. Left knee bend, right heel anchor, turn. And look down, set down, down dog. So palms down, tuck toes, lift it up, and drop your head. Pedal. One heel drops, one knee bends. And use the pedaling as a chance to let your heart float towards your hips and your hands anchor down into the floor. And when you pause, the knees just bend. And then looking forward, walk your feet up. Knees are soft. Now if you need to, for sun salutes, if you need blocks under your hands, set them out in front or hands to your hips. Big bend in the knees, take your time. So when your heart's even with your hips, it's equalizing the blood pressure. That way when you stand slowly, it's not such a rush. Hands high, I want you to clasp, interlace your fingers, firming the arms, firming the legs. Ha! As though you could squeeze your head with your upper arms and then draw your shoulders down and your ribs back. Lift your toes. Arms up. Lift your chin and lift the back of your head. Lift your chin and lift the back of your head. Like find the spot right between those two where both are active and ribs back and heels down and squeeze that spot. Back of the head, chin up, ready, 3. Cultivate the opposite, this really brilliant steadiness. Soft knees, release your hands, widen and fold it in, set it down. Beautiful. Lift halfway, float. Step your left foot back, put your left knee down. Hands to the shoulders and then hands up high. Just take a breath. Turn your thumbs side to side. And then turn your thumbs so that your palms start to turn towards each other and then turn a little bit back. And lift your chin and lift the back of your head. Lift the chin and lift the back of the head. And feel the lift of the chin is lengthening the front body. Turn your palms to face the back. Lift the chin and lift the back of your head. Find the point in between. Interlace. Firm, firm, firm. Ah! Chin, back of head. And release. Step back down dog. All the ways we're holding, all the ways that we have
knots, grantis, blocking our flow. High plank.
Good. Down low.
Left foot will step up, right knee will come down.
Finding that side. So the back toes stay tucked under, hands come up. Good. Turn the shoulders. As you turn, the palms come a little up out of the hips. Keep command so you're not too far in. And then the palms turn back and the chin goes up. And then the back of the head goes up. And the chin goes up. So put the palms to work with the chin and the back of the head. You lift the chin, the front body lengthens. You lift the back of the head, the back body lengthens. And then smaller and smaller until you find both. Interlace your fingers firm. Cultivate the opposite. Power, steadiness, length, current, and light. 3. Firm. Make the world the way you see it. Go, 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 go. And release. Step up. Knees soft, hands to hips. Drop your seat. Come up steadily. Hands down, pause. Turn the thumbs away, turn your palms forward. Feel. Hands up. Once again, interlace, firm. Heels down. So we'll just do it one more time. Chin up, back of head up. Chin. And feel that it starts to lift the back body and it starts to lift the front body. Take your knuckles a little bit back. Knuckles a little bit back. Chin up, back of head. Find the sweet spot between. Draw your ribs back. Your knuckles back and your ribs back. Your knuckles back and your ribs back. And flush it out. Let's go down. Right foot steps back, right knee down. Hands to shoulders. Inhale up. And set it down. We'll do 3 sets. Just find your breath. Down, dog. High plank. Down, dog. Right foot will step. Left knee comes down. Hands to shoulders, take it up. And down. But there is no constraint. Step up. Hands to hips. Stand. Good. Widen down, knees bend, left foot back, left knee down. Find your body, hands up high. Be easy, be light. And set down. Down dog. Plank, exhale. Inhale, dog. Left foot steps, right knee down, breath out. Inhale, straight up. Easy, hands down, breath out. Step up. Inhale, stand. Fold. We're making movement, current, right foot back, knee down. Inhale, hands up. It's all yours, in your body, in your breath. In dog. Out plank. In dog. That's it, nice. Right foot steps up, left knee down. Stand up tall. And hands down. Oh. Step up. Hands to hips, stand tall, inhale, reach. Last set, just follow the body, folding down. Step it back. And rise tall. And down. Down. Plank. Good, elbows in. Dog. That's it. Left foot, right knee, last one. Sweep. Easy. And down. Dog. Step back. Settle. See if there's a little bit of floating. Just 60% effort in your dog. Rest in your hands, rest in your feet. Drop your head. A little change in our experience of ourselves. Turn of the chin, drop of the head, that's it, that's it. So the right foot steps up and the hands to the hips. Stay on the ball of your foot, come up tall. Hands up high, straighten the front leg, breathing. Bending the front knee, bend the elbows down toward the waist a little further. Yeah, inhale. And down. explore, square the hips, bend the front knee. We keep the legs and only the hands. Good. Turn your palms. Square that left hip forward, shoulders down, ribs in, right? All the parts together. Lift your chin. Lift the back of your head. Lift your chin, let it open the front surface. Lift the back of your head, let it open the back body. And then try to find the space where you're lifting the chin and the back of your head at the same time. Go, 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 go. Good. And lie down. And
Left foot to the center line. And right heel to float. Right heel high. Roll your right hip open. Bend and straighten your right knee. Keeping your right knee deeply bent, flex your right foot and press as though you would set your right foot on the left wall. Reach the base of your left big toe, the ball of the left big toe down into the floor, and the inner left heel down into the floor, even as you take your right foot to the left. Oh, and set it down. Right foot flat, left foot steps up, high lunge. Set yourself to pause, hands to hips, stand up tall. Hands high, straightening up. So you're steady. Bend your elbows, bend your knee. So the temptation is to collapse in the back leg. Laurie, imagine you're lifting your shin. That's it, and open the back of your knee. Yeah. See how you want to come on the ball of your foot? Yes, that's the difference. That's the spot. Keep your hands up high. That's it. So that little rock forward, that's perfect. Feel that. Now lift your chin and lift the back of your head. Turn your palms back. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Ha! Rise. Find the sweet spot in between. Turn your palms, ribs back, heel over the ball of the foot. And then widen down. Step back down. Left heel floats. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Bend your left knee. And straighten your left knee. Take your time. Drop your head. And keeping the left knee bent, flex the foot and press the left foot to the right. And your attention into your right big toe on the floor. And then the ball of the right foot right below the big toe down into the floor, and the inner heel into the floor. And the inner thigh opens, and the left hip changes. Good. And 2 feet down, 2 knees wide. Look straight down the center of the mat. Pause. Pause. Settle. And as you settle, lengthen the back of your neck. Anything on your right side, make space. Left shoulder down to the mat. As you take your left hand across, drop the left shoulder to the center of the mat. Turn your chin to the right shoulder. Drop your head. This might be where you stay. So your right elbow is straight out of your right shoulder. Your right elbow is straight over your right wrist on the floor. Press down into the floor and away from your face. And get your breath up behind your heart. Back of the left hand is on the floor. If you like, right hand reaches overhead. And then your fingers walk your right hand to the left as you look up under your right armpit. Fingertips press down and away. Back of the left hand down and away. Lift your right knee onto the ball of your right foot as you extend if you choose. Stay 3. Invite. Where's the chin in the back of the head? Chin in the back of the head. Keep what we're building in each subsequent posture. Knee down, hand back, hands, knees, and pause neutral. Your gaze straight down and very still. Your gaze is very still on the point between your hands. Let the body become even. It's a big twist. And become steady. We'll build in more and more stillness. Gaze on one point, one more breath. Gaze on one point. And your right shoulder to the center line. Back of your hand to the floor. Right side of your head is down. Look at your left elbow and it's straight out of the shoulder. Look at your left wrist. It's directly under the elbow. It's a right angle. Press your left hand down in a way which takes you into the back of your chest. Deepen your breath. Now you may work there or extend your left fingertips overhead. So not a palm, but fingertips. And then the fingertips walk to the right so that you can look up underneath the left armpit. Back of your right hand down. This may be your work, or tuck the left toes. Lifting the left shin. So heel over the ball of the foot, just like your lunge. But now we look. As though you were looking at the mat, your gaze that steady. Your experience that focused. Soften the back. Stay. Stay. Left knee down, left hand back, hands and knees, gaze on one point without wavering. Stay. Without moving the hands, imagine you're turning your right hand to the right and it draws the eye of your elbow to point forward. Imagine you're turning your left hand to the left towards 9 o'clock and it draws the eye of the elbow open. And then your ribs into your body. And the spine long. Chin, back of head. Chin, back of head. Now your gaze may have moved forward an inch or two. All of this internal movement steady right there. Gaze on one point. That's the pose, the gaze. You may work here or flatten the tops of your feet, navel to your spine. Lift your knees an inch. Gaze. It's about focusing your attention on one thing and holding it there. And in that you're drawing a boundary, a declaration. I'm only looking at this. I'm only looking at this. It might be difficult, but I'm only looking here. Stay 5. Stay 4. Press into the heels of your thumbs. You may tremble. You may question. Hold your boundary. Nothing else comes in this space. Nothing else comes in this focus. One more. Knees down. Set your blocks between your heels and get your strap. So if you need 2 blocks, 2 blocks. We're working today. The towels are out. This is a great sign. Hands on thighs, right? Remember, you determine what comes in your field. I don't want that information right now. This is my point of gaze. This light, this day, this person, this conversation. You have that within you. Cultivate the opposite. Strap goes behind you. Nope, strap is big enough to go up over the shoulders. Let's warm it up first. So standing if kneeling doesn't work. If kneeling works, you're going to kneel. So that you can round. Woo! Take your time, open the back body. All the way up, all the way back. And you're moving with a strap that's long enough. You don't have to change your expression to get the strap over your head. That's it, that's it. Nice one, that's it. A little longer. So that it can move. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Mind your right shoulder. That's where you're holding the world, is your right shoulder. Right? There's some nodding. Good. One more. You will take the strap behind you, which means currently your palms face forward. Currently your palms face forward. Turn your right hand forward and draw your ribs back. Turn your right hand forward and your ribs back. It's just a soft turn. Don't do anything crazy. just the chest. Now find the chin, slow, 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 a little bit. And the back of the head. Chin, back of the head. Taller in your spine, navel to the body. One more, one more. Good, it gets a little freedom, it gets a little freedom. Center, and hands down. Soften, let your palms face your body, be still. All that light, all that sensation is waiting in your chest. All that life force, sparkle in your conversation is right there. Hands wide, now palms face forward, right? If there's pain, make your strap longer. If there's pain, don't turn as far. And turn to the right. Navel into the body. It's small, you can't go very far, right? Stephanie, turn your palms forward. There you go, there you go, there you go. Turn your navel to your body. Now chin up. And back of the head up. Oh, find it. Through the heart. It starts slowly. It's got a lot of breath caught in there. Good. Good. And find the sweet spot. Chin and back of head. Chin and back of head. Which has more? Even it out. Find center. Turn your palms to face you. Set your gaze on one point. And feel your attention reside in the center of your chest, around your physical heart. And breathe into that spot, light, heat, awareness, attention. Center of the chest. This is mine. Whole and bright and safe. Set the strap aside. Be sure you can get back to it, okay? Your knees will turn to the right to 2 o'clock. So if you're on block, if you want to, you can get rid of the blanket. That's throwing me off for sure. And so your heels turn to the left, your knees turn to the right. I'm at a diagonal in the middle of my mat. Hands high. Thumbs turn, palms a little bit turned back. We've made this. So press into the pinky edge of your hands and send your ribs back, like you're pushing into a wall. Yeah, awesome. So keep that. Now turn to the front of your mat, chest. Good. Keep that. We're going to fold forward, put your fingertips on the floor. And now walk your hands out towards the left front corner of your mat. Go where you can. Press down, press away. Ah. Feeling from the outer shoulder to the outer hip. Imagine your right hand is pressing down and trying to stretch your mat away from your knees. Lift onto your left fingertips. And let that drop your right ribs towards and towards and towards and towards your kneecaps. Tuck your chin into your body. Breath into the side of your spine. Drop the right side of your shoulder toward the floor. One more. We come out the way we went in. Left hand down. Be steady. Be still. Be solid. Walk your hands back. And up. Good. And we turn. Knees point to 10 o'clock. So you may keep your block if you're comfortable and you want to sit directly on your heels. Fantastic. But now my knees are pointed to 10 o'clock. Whew. Notice the right side, left side of your body. Hands come high. And that little spin of your thumbs apart. Press into the pinky edge of your hands and activate the navel, the ribs in. You're steady. That steadiness, turn it to the front. And then hands come down. Your navel is turning to the right. And you walk your hands out. Ribs are in. Navel turns right. Left palm finds the floor. Take your time. Take your time. So you may be walking straight towards the front of your mat, or you may be walking towards 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Just find this, knees together, tuck your chin. The left hand finds flat to the floor, like stop, press down and away. Onto your right fingertips, as you did in your twist, inch them away. And then you begin to take your left ribs towards your thighs. What can you open? What can you invite? The right knee you might want to push forward, keep the knees even, and tuck your chin into your body for 3. Breath all the way along the left side of your good spine. Last one, drop in. Walk your way up. Hands stay low, Put your hands on your thighs. You're still pointing towards 10 o'clock. Just pause. Sit tall and notice. And put your attention in the center of your chest. Light, heat, awareness, in and around the heart. Roll of the shoulders, roll of the shoulders, roll of the shoulders, and shake out the hand. And we'll come to a downward facing dog. Just notice when you make space through the sides of the body, the dog really can find some breath. Hips side to side, even it out. Base of your first finger into the floor, base of your thumbs into the floor, shoulders spiraling open as though trying to turn your palms to face back. Excellent. Right foot will step outside of your right hand. Then look back to your left foot. Let's put blocks under the hands just in case, so you're ready to go. Look to your left foot and turn your heel in and put the outer foot down to the floor. And then softly bend your front knee. Go a little forward and back until you really feel the outer edge of your left foot, and keeping that, the ball of the left foot, the toe pads, and the inner heel. Good. Now take your heart a little bit forward. If you need to, take the blocks with you. We're going to step to the left and then forward and out. So if you need the blocks, awesome. Or you can try setting the blocks aside. You've made a lot of space. Press down. Look forward between your hands. Press the palms down and away. And then draw your chin into your body. Good. Half dog. Lean towards your right hip. Come onto your fingertips and take an inch forward in your hands and an inch forward in the bend of your right knee, and lean a little to the right. Stand in the left heel. Stay 3. Big in the outer hip. Bend your right knee as much as you can. Left foot on the floor. Bend your right knee. Pull with your right heel. Fingertips lengthening you. Big, big into the hips, into the knees, and then press straight down, walk straight back, downward facing dog. Whew. Other side. So the left foot steps up outside of the left hand, blocks inside the foot for a half dog. Look to your back heel, turn your heel in, foot down, heart forward. Keep the length you've made. You'll walk your blocks to the right. And then you'll walk your blocks out, or you'll set your blocks down. Good. Bigger bend in the left knee. Bigger bend in the left knee. Inch your fingertips forward. Tuck your chin into your body and fall to the left. Fall to the left. And then bend the left knee. Little forward and back. Keep your right foot anchored onto the floor. Keep making micro adjustments. Let the hips move a little bit. Fall to the left. Bigger bend in the left knee. Keep going, keep going. For 2, chin to the body, arms long. For 1, press into the left foot. Walk into the center, down dog. Notice. Left foot steps to the hands and walk your hands to the right. Knees are soft, set the blocks out in front of your toes and come to stand. Just take the weight off your arms, off your hands. Hands up high. Good. Sweep wide, bend in the knees, hands to the floor, fingertips. If you can't reach, use blocks, but otherwise fingertips and side to side. So we've made so much space today through the outer shoulder, outer spine, outer hips. Find the inner lines, the inner thigh, the inner arch of your foot. Good. Find center, lift your tail, lengthen your spine. Turn your toes so slightly in. Find the outer feet and lengthen. You'll walk both hands to the right and put the block under your left hand. Press down, right hand high. If you need to, a little bend in the right knee, send your right hip back, and then slowly press to send your right thigh back. And again, we'll bend the knee, bend your right knee, inner thigh of the left side, then press the right leg straight-ish. Turn your navel. Turn your palm the same direction as the crown of your head. Attention in your heart. Attention in your heart. Look down. Sit down. And walk yourself to the center and move side to side. And then center. Walk to the left. Put a bend in your left knee. Good. Right hand on the block. Right under your shoulder. So as you press down into the right, it rolls your left ribs open. Look up. Left hand high. Now a little straighten and bend of the left knee. And the left knee is what, that's going to turn your navel left. A bend in the knee. And as you straighten, you send your thigh back and you turn your navel left again. One more like that, a bend in the knee, press your thigh back, turn your left palm, and stay. Attention in your heart. Everything you've made today, let it land you right there. Cultivating the opposite of a closed, sheltered, fearful, unstable heart. Good. And look down. All right, put it all together. So blocks go to the front, step back, hands up. Here we go. Walk your feet back to your hands back to your feet. And get your strap. And stand. Like standing is a wholly new thing right now. Steady, steady. Holding the strap, might be a little closer. The strap, roll your shoulders back and down and roll the palms to face each other. This might be your work, or interlace your fingers and firm your arms. And you just stay, nowhere to go. Keep the strap. Just steady. Draw your forearms towards your ribs. Draw your ribs back towards your forearms. Firm your legs. And now just the chin and the head. Chin up, lengthen. And the back of the head. So this action, opening the collarbones and the throat. Udana Vayu, the way in which what is within us is expressed. We're opening the channels from our heart to our head to make sense of ourselves to ourselves. Stay. Now hold the strap, hip distance apart, step your right foot forward as if for a lunge. Put your left heel to the floor. Big bend in your right knee, lift your hands. This might be your work. Or rib to the thigh, this might be your work. Or chin into the body, tuck your chin, hands overhead, this may be your work. Bend your right knee, hands overhead, as though to put the crown of your head on the floor. Stay 4.
Breath is coming into the very back of your chest. Right knee bends, body square and strong. Hug your right knee into your ribs. Drop your head, stand in that left foot behind you. Beautiful, hands down, come out the way we went in. Lift your heart, straighten your right leg.
Good. We'll step up to change, and right foot goes back. Square, strong, steady, no doubt, no fear. Big pose, heart up. Right foot is flat behind you, bend your left knee. You've built all of it. You've built all of it. Put your rib to your thigh. Lift your hands. If you choose, stay here. If you choose, hands overhead. Tuck your chin to your body. Feel what you've made. Hug your left rib in your left thigh to your ribs. Feel your firm, steady. You are inverted, folding, bound. And inside of this is your good heart. From there, breathe. Attention in your heart, attention in your heart. Bend your left knee, drop your hands overhead, tuck your chin into your body. Good. Out the way we came. Lift your chin, drop your hands, stand tall. Step your right to your left, strap down. Turn your palms forward and be still. Feel, feel, feel. You're going to float. I am this. The freedom, the levity. As you come into the floor, take your blocks with you. Sit down and lie back so that when you bend your knees, you can reach a block in each hand. And just rest your arms wide wherever they want to go, or hands on body, and let yourself find neutral. Just feel the space around your heart, around your chest, your arms, your throat, your face. The low body is wonderful for practicalities, tasks and schedules, being on time. Upper body is dreaming. Imagining. Come into your upper body. So your feet are heavy. Heels are under the knees. You'll take your blocks that you can reach. You just press your heels down to lift your hips. Starting, we will start on their side. So putting the blocks side by side, they have three settings. They have a belly, they have a side, and they have a tail. And you're going to put them side by side on their edge, on their side, right beneath the low back and the sacrum, where it feels safe and steady. Bring your elbows down beside you. Your palms face one another over your pelvis. So tuck a shoulder, tuck another, and you'll feel the shoulders square off. Elbows lightly press. Heels lightly press. And that light pressure, feel length through the front of the spine. Light press in the back of your head. So anchor the feet, the elbows, the back of the head. As the back body is anchored, the front body is open. No force. From there, hands go wide if you choose. Let your knees fall a little bit towards each other. Good. Now if there's more space, if you choose, you can bring your elbows back in and turn the blocks up onto their tails. Again, they are pressed side by side. Now their bellies would be together. And you press your elbows down exactly as we did, walking the shoulders closer so that you're on the tops of the shoulders. Arms can go wide, or hands overhead hold opposite elbows. The feet are pressed. The back of the head stable. And you find length all from the pubic bone to the navel to the sternum, sternum to the top of your
Relax any effort of lifting your hips and allow the back of your neck to be even longer. Now, so slight, the lift of your chin, the length of the back of the neck. That little motion of chin up, back of the head up, tiny. It is 1/8 of an inch. Can you find it? And can you feel the length from your heart to your head change so subtly? Stay. Good. Bring your hands down, stand in your feet, lift your hips. Keep the blocks under your fingertips. Just roll your spine to the floor. A super modified shoulder stand will look like this. Lift your hips. Put one block on its belly, across from hip to hip, right under the sacrum, that big plate behind you. Draw your knees up, draw your heels up. Hands can hold your outer thighs, or again, go overhead, holding opposite elbows. Knees bent as they need to be. All the strength and stability of your legs drains into the heart. That all the light and courage of your heart drains into your head. Allow your breathing to lengthen. Allow your ribs to explore, rising out of the hips. Micro adjustments as you feel the body changing. Bend your right knee. Interlace your fingers and lightly bring the shin. Now, if you can't bring the shin in, interlace your fingers behind the thigh. And bend your left knee, heel to the floor. And then just a little bit forward. A little bit forward, a little bit forward, until you can rest your leg as extended as possible on the left heel. So the left side is opening, and the right knee is bent. Give it time, listen to your low back, and now all that light, all that lift of your heart, feel it. Let it distribute all the way into the feet. How the breath opens on the left side. Good, 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 good. Keep opening, keep opening. Left hand overhead now. Just a little more. Left hand to the right thigh or shin. Left heel walks in. And knees are bent, hands to thighs or shins. Changing right heel to the floor. Left hand behind the thigh or over the shin. And heel down. Bend your right knee. Yes. So you stabilize the square hips first, and then start taking your heel a little step at a time forward and forward. Letting the upper body keep adjusting so there's no rush. Until eventually there's a length there. As you're ready, right hand overhead. Just explore where it can open, how it can lengthen. Walk your right foot in, hand down, 2 feet flat. Lift your hips to take out the block. And keep the block in your right hand and your left hand as Pause neutral. Let your heels go wide, your toes turn in, your knees fall together. Feel the body. Like this. I am clear and whole and safe. Let your attention reside in your chest. Bright and full and free. Put the block between your thighs. Lift your hips and shift them to the right, and then lift your feet, and your knees drop to the left. If you need a second block underneath the outside edge of your left thigh for support, that's fine. Right arm goes wide, left hand holds the right outer thigh. And let your right arm just sweep along the floor. Down towards your hip and wide to the side and overhead, and let that act like you were opening a great fan and the chest broadens. When it feels wide and clear, the right hand to the floor. And then the chin can turn shoulder to shoulder. Just like your hand. And any adjustment, any micro movements, keep finding your way. And then stay chin to the right shoulder. Hold the block, give it a little squeeze, and turn your knees down and lift your heels off the floor and squeeze the block. Ah. Knees down, heels up, navel to spine, and bring it back. Find the center. Feet flat, hips neutral, hands down. Pause, hands on thighs, press away, keep the block. Hips up and over to the left, keep the block. Heels off the floor, drop to the right, a block under your right outer knee if you need it. Left hand, right hand on the left knee, and left hand now like a fan. Overhead, sweeping wide all the way down. Till there's some space, and then the left hand wide. And the chin turns shoulder to shoulder. When it pauses, chin to the left armpit. Turn your knees down and your heels up and hold that block between your thighs. Hold that block between your thighs. Feel that little extra last squeeze of the navel. Turn your navel, turn your navel. Center. And feet flat. Blocks down. Heels wider than toes, feet a little bit forward, knees fall in, body quiet. Just pause there. Let the low back release, let the upper body widen. Draw your right knee to your chest. Interlace your fingers over your shin. Left leg goes long. Inhale, lift it up, and exhale, set it down. Go slowly, go slowly. And then just find the pace that begins to reassemble from your navel to your heel. The hip joint, the length of your leg, the front of the thigh, the back of the thigh. How it aligns with the heart, how it smooths your breathing for 3, for 2. Good. Set it down, pause, as though standing. Clear, anchored. Change sides. Interlace over your left shin, right leg out. Inhale up, exhale down, your pace. Reassemble. So feel this begin to really tend and center your low back, the spine, all the way up to the back of the head. Become very connected between the back of your body and the mat. Feet are flexed, toes are spaced. And then you keep your right heel to the floor and you draw your left knee back. Just pause a beat, just like that. Good. And then you can let both legs go on. Just feel, it'll take a minute, Shake the feet side to side. Shake the feet side to side. Loosen the ankles. Put your hands on your hip crease, right where your inner thighs meet your pelvis, and just feel how it turns all the way up into the hips. And now let your knees go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then shake out the feet and shake out the knees. Adjust your hips a little, shake of the tail, a shake of the shoulders, a shake of the feet and the knees and the hips and the shoulders. I know it's really weird, but no one can see you, so you're okay. You can all see me, so we're even. Wag your tail, wag your tail, wag your tail, wag your tail. And then be still. Oh, yeah. Definitely, that's likely the opposite of things you've done today. Maybe even a smile. What's the sensation of freedom? So anything you need to be warm enough. And what we'll do is have a bit of a pause right here on your back.
Concrete floor here takes its toll.
For the next just 4 or 5 minutes. And then if you'd like to stay right there for the next 15 minutes, you're welcome. And what I'll do is I'll roll up and do a breath practice. Because the body is open now. And if we change the breathing, we can change the mind even more. If we change the mind, change your afternoon. Just feel anywhere that's tight, anything that needs to shift, any last posture you're hungry for. Steady and let go. Let your first few breaths be full in your chest. Let that rearrange your ribs, your lungs, your diaphragm. And let your attention rest, big and full and wise, in the center of your chest. Cultivating there this beautiful glow. release any effort of the breath and just reside in this glow at the heart. It may be small and strong as the physical heart. It may be the size of the body. It may be larger, like a field all around you. Just feel. Reside in the heart. Choosing, you may absolutely rest as you are. Going further. Really, the stillness is a true form of healing. Walk your feet in, to side, and at your own pace, a cross-legged seat.
In the winter, I love to have a layer around my hips, especially something we really work quite deep today. And then you just float your hands over your knees and your thighs. Shake out your fingertips, shake out your elbows. And as your arms are lightly extended, elbows open, the hands simply descend until your palms find your thighs. And that's the upright pose. Thumb, first fingertips touch. Chin up, back of head, right? Find that sweet spot. Everything you've done has built where you are. Kapalabhati is a means of clearing, like wiping the stove before you begin. So we start with a hop. Right from the belly, out the mouth. Keep the breath, close your mouth, out the nose. We're just going to go a little bit quicker. You choose if you need to keep it slow, or like a train leaving a station, we're going to get a little pace, just 26. 5, 4, 3, 2, breathe in. And just pause. Rest your body on the breath within you. Rest your body on the breath within you. Really release the shoulders. Trust the breath. And then let it go. And go in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. Out. In. No rush. Let it become very even. Keep your count. Keep that rhythm. Keep that balance. Inhale equals exhale. And let it become silent. What changes so that your breathing is completely silent? That no one would know. And as it becomes silent, let it become smooth. No gaps, no breaks. There might be a little pause between inhale, exhale. We're just going to circle that breath. Keeping the count. Breath is silent and it becomes circular and smooth. And give it a little more space, a little less force. Allow the breath in and out of this beautiful container you've created for it. Soften the body around the breath. Right hand to rise, first 2 fingers together, fold your fingers to your palm. Use the tip of your right thumb to close the right side nostril. Breathe easily in and out, the left side only. Same 4 counts. Same smooth, silent circle. A little awareness in the left side body, a little awake in the left shoulder, clavicle, arm, lung. Release your thumb and take the the fourth finger of your right hand, bring it across. Close the left nostril and breathe easy, in and out the right side. Find a circle. 4 counts in, 4 counts out. The breath doesn't change at all as we block one side or the other. Ease in the right side shoulder, right side hip, right side lung. Activating the right side nervous system. And we put it together, closing the right, inhale through the left. 2,
left, out right. 2, 3, 4. In right, out left. In left, out right. In right, out left. In left, out right. In right, out left. Right hand down, eyes closed, just feel. Focused, steady. So that was 3 rounds. We'll just do 3 rounds again. Your pace, if it needs to be different from mine, feel free. I'll start us out. Right hand rises, first 2 fingers folding in. Use your thumb, close the right side nostril. Breathe in left. Close left, breathe out right. 2, 3, 4. In right. Out left. In left, no force, an invitation, body open, out right. In right. Out left. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. And the right hand down. As though someone had handed you a gift, receive the state of mind it makes. Almost with a gasp, with a surprise. For me, that little puffing Kapalabhati that we did, we're going to do that just 10 times through only the left, and then we'll pause, and then through only the right, and then we'll pause. And you'll feel as you do, as you pause, a real activation, like you're plugging in the left side of a Christmas tree. Right? So the right hand, first fingers, fold them in, close the right side nostril, and that whisper of ha will start in the mouth, and we'll close the mouth, and it'll go out the left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, close the lips, out the nose. 2, 1, breath in. And right hand down, normal breathing, notice the left side body. Left side of your face. Right side of your brain. And the other side. So we take the 4th finger, we close the left side nostril, we start in the mouth with a ha. Same breath, lips together, 10. Breath in. Right hand down, notice the right side body. They are different, distinct.
just with the mouth, and then out both nose, we finish with 10 counts. Keep the breath, lips together. Breath in. And breath out. Notice the sensation of your brain. Just as we have been through our daily Kundalini practice, this was a practice for the Vayus to find that which we need to release, that which we take in, that which we make our own, that which we distribute throughout ourselves, and the way in which we will express, use, interpret, enact what we have made. Just a little bit side to side. Anything that's cranky, that's shown up in the hips and the spine, let it move. Flush it out. Wherever you need to go. For 3. And for 2. And then 2 hands sweep up high, bring it right down the middle. Thumbs to the center of your forehead, a little shimmy side to side. I am this. Namaste. When you get stuck, cultivate the opposite. When you feel unsteady, that crazy interlacing, hug your forearms towards each other, hug your jaw, hug your knees, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then release. When you feel scattered, you gather in. When you're stuck, you shake it out. Cultivate the opposite is the means of designing, creating, and offering your own remedy for whatever you need these great days. Have a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Thank you.